Many of you will remember Darren Morgan in his heyday. Once was ranked as high as number 8 in the world and reached the World Championship semi-final 11 years ago, I believe it was. But he's had a lean time of it lately, and right at the end of last season, he'd almost packed in the game for good.
I just won 3 matches at Preston in qualifying for the World Championship. I had Anthony Hamilton in my final qualifier. I wanted to beat Anthony to get the Crucible for one last time, and made up my mind I was going to retire then at the Crucible. I've said it in the past, but I wanted to bow out at the Crucible, and unfortunately it didn't go my way. So I've gone home, my wife is there cooking, and I said I'm going to ensure that I'm not going to play no more. I've had enough. I wanted to bow out the Crucible, it's not going to happen. That dream had sort of finished. She said, what are you going to do to ensure that? I said, I'll show you now. I went and got a saw out of the cupboard, walked straight up to the dinner table. She looked at me stupid. I put the cue on the table, cut it in half, chucked the 2 bits in the corner and said, well, that's the end. My oldest little one, she's 10, she plays Paige. And she just said to me one day, you know, I don't need to pack in. And I sort of said, well, it's finished. You know, that's the end of it. Sorry, be a daddy's not going to play no more. And she said, look, you know, I wanted to play. I want to come and see you on telly again and watch you at the venue. So I phoned a friend of mine up, Trevor White, down in Bridgend. I said, look, Trev, I've had the entrance forms come through. I've only got 5 weeks. I don't know what I'm going to do. My daughter wants me to play. The boys in the club play, and the staff are saying, come on, you've got to play. How quick can you build me a queue? So he built me 2. I had to pick one of them, which I did about 2 weeks before the qualifier up in Preston. I had about 8 hours practice with it. Went up, thought, I got no chance against Jamie Burnett, played really well, won. Obviously I've had a couple of hours since, come here, and I've beaten Alan McManus, who, to be honest, has been a bit of a jinx over the years. It's just been a bit of a funny turnaround.
And it's great to see him back indeed. But of course, Darren's opponent is Michael, the Hitman Holt from Nottingham, nicknamed the Hitman because he's dispatched a number of highly respected players in his short career so far. Mind you, he does have a habit of beating himself up in matches as well. He's forever twitching in his chair, and he does apply the fist to the forehead when things are not going right. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, great fun to watch. And watching for us in the commentary box in this match, Terry Griffiths alongside Willie Thorne as we join them in the first frame. Morgan 23 points behind.
Not queuing well yet. It doesn't appear to have left anything straightforward.
One.
Well, that wasn't easy, but he potted it nicely. I don't know whether he can get in the cue ball enough to flick the red to the left of the pink away. Yes, he can from that angle. The slower you play these, the more chance you've got of getting into the cue ball. If the harder he plays it, it'll skid before it screws, so he might miss the cannon if he plays it at pace. It's just about on. It's tight, this one. He decided he felt he couldn't get into the outside of the pack even by playing it slowly, so he went round the angles, and I don't think he's done anything here. He's 31 in front, doesn't really want to bring the pink into play at this stage, but in saying that, it's easier for Darren at a safety shot to bring it into play. Don't think that red's on. He'd like another red on the cushion if possible. He plays this with loads of left-hand side. That's what he's trying to do, put loads of left-hand side, and he could hit the pink here. There's the side. Is he going to hit the pink? He has hit the pink.
I'll miss.
That wasn't very shrewd, was it, at this stage?
6.
Having 30-odd points in front, that was a strange decision.
1.
This has turned out to be quite a scrappy frame, and Michael very early on in the game had that chance to go into them early, and that's what happens sometimes.
Michael Holt, 1.
He's in control of this frame, 26-point lead, a lot of red safe. Very, very good escape. Could get the white if he misses the cannon on the green in a similar position. I wouldn't be bringing this red off the cushion, not with 26 points in front. If there's an alternative way of getting back into baulk, he should play it.
One.
That's a bit better from Darren. Probably the most difficult long shot he's taken on so far, and the first one he's got. Could have done with the cue ball just coming up a few inches. He played the cannon, has he been unlucky? Oh, what stopped that pink drop in?
8.
Not quite sure if he's on a red though. Don't think the one nearest to him is makeable in the right corner. It's a matter if you can see the one near the left corner pocket along the cushion. Guaranteed to be on the pink should he get it. He may pot the pink before that if he's not careful with his waistcoat. A little bit more stomach there than there used to be. It's the good life for Darren Morgan.
Foul. Darren Morgan 8, Michael Holt 6.
That's what those extra dinners do for you. He's just touched the pink there with his waistcoat, I think. Very awkward. The shot was not easy, so you've got to put your concentration into that, and sometimes you forget about the pink underneath you.
One.
Not guaranteed to get into open play here off this. You can play the direct screw back and this could go wrong. Played that nicely. Played that really well.
7.
31 points in front, 2 reds, 2 colours. So just about get him there if it were high valued colours.
Eight.
Well, if he played a can on those reds, he was a long way out. Hasn't really left himself a great safety either. If he's cutting this thin, he'll have to avoid the pink on the way down. And he's
Michael Holt,
didn't have
14.
an angle to get down there. Still 38 in front. He'll be the happiest of the two so far, but I don't think either player will be happy with their performance in this first frame.
Well, this is a big shot here because these have gone wrong many times in most people's career. Anything that's above thin, you'll leave it. He's done well with that, played it nicely. Of course, Michael will be wanting to put red safe. Darren will be wanting to keep them in open play. Be very careful avoiding the double kiss. If he can avoid the double kiss, he's got an excellent opportunity to put Michael in trouble here. It looks like he's playing the pot. He's digging very deep. Well, he's played a lot of check side. That was very dangerous. He probably felt he couldn't avoid the double kiss playing the thin safety. Didn't hit that one well.
One. Seven.
Well, that certainly secures this opening frame, and it could have gone easy either way. Darren Morgan has had 2 or 3 half chances. Michael has had by far and away the best chances in this frame.
$15. Michael Holt.
Darren
15.
Morgan, I'm sure, will stay seated. He does. And Michael Holt only had a break of 32 in that frame, but he's done enough to take it, and he now leads by 1 frame to 0.
One. Eight. Michael Holt, 8.
That's an early opportunity for Darren Morgan. It's a red that Michael would have expected to pot. Needs that white to come off the cushion a little bit to make the red easy. It hasn't done.
8.
In practice, these are tough. In matches, they're even tougher.
Nine.
Well, that was the shot of the match so far for me. That needed to be cued perfectly. Can play for choice of reds here. One's either side of the pink, on and off the cushion. It's too hard for one. It'd be on the other one, but that was a snatch.
Darren Morgan, 9.
That was pure pressure there for Darren. He knew that was a good chance. Just a little bit of movement in the crowd. The intervals are on numerous tables at the same time. There you can see two gentlemen coming in a little bit late. Michael just waited for them.
1.
Not a great chance this as yet. All those reds, apart from the one to the extreme left, they're all covering each other. Right, top side of the blue, and a cannon into the two reds just to the left of the pink there. If you can play that red and get top side of the blue, and then just play the cannon into those two reds just to the left of the pink, that would open things far and wide. Now, is he high enough?
9.
No, he's not.
Had to try and force an angle in off the blue to get into the reds. Just having a look here at possible reds into the centre. Looks very tight.
Well, if he's on that red, he wants to do the lottery tonight. I mean, when you consider he's played in the bunch, the right-hand side of the pack, well, that's incredible.
15.
That is unbelievable. Darren Morgan's just looked up to the commentary box and shook his head. I feel for him there because he played an awful positional shot and it's ended up now being back in prime position. Doesn't matter how good you are, Terry, does it? You've got to have a little bit of a run as well.
Yes, I agree with you. We still had to pot the red,
21.
of course, and I've got to say that if Darren Morgan would have potted the yellow off his spot earlier on, that wouldn't have happened anyway. And again, you feel that Darren Morgan, who played really well in the fourth frame, apart from the 15-minute interval, Willie, I think he would have made that yellow and probably made a break if he was able to carry on. But that's how it is. Always an interval after 4.
$22.
There is luck in most sportsmen, Willie.
Well, I never found it. It's all about the kiss here on the black. The three reds that are in line to the left of the black there, the middle one of those three, if you can cannon that full ball. I don't know if there's anything else available, but that's the one I'd be playing. Well, there must be another red available somewhere. He's played for the one at the back of the bunch. And that's not a bad choice because the yellow's
29.
there. So whatever kiss he gets here is bound to be on yellow or black. This must be tight because he's not got down and played it yet. This must be very tight. That one at the bottom of the bunch. So he should be able to get onto yellow or black. Well, he doesn't think it pots. He's playing a different red. Red in the middle.
Michael Holt, 29.
It was a good chance that, but Darren will be pleased to get back to the table.
He won't be happy with that one. Just overhit it slightly. Darren Morgan now an easy safety shot unless he fancies the double.
Found a miss. Darren
Well,
Morgan,
the good
4.
safety that Darren played is develops an opening. Can he take advantage?
He's shaking his head, Michael, but really he could have just dropped on that red. He had no danger at all of leaving anything on. Went for the thin skim off that red. Never easy, those safety shots. Oh. Be fair to say, he hasn't been very good, even those mid-distance shots so far in the match. And those certainly eat away at your confidence.
Just left things a little awkward for Michael as far as the queuing's concerned. Either one of these two reds are available into the middle, but we've seen plenty of these missed over the years. Good pot though.
1.
That should be a frame winner. Well, Darren had a few chances in the opening frame, none at all in frame 2 and 3. Made a nice 62 in frame 4. He's had his chance in this frame, so he can't complain this frame. 4-1 is looming large.
Seven. Eight. $15. 16.
No real problems here for Michael. Just keep the cue ball under control. pots as easy as possible and take the pressure out of it.
22.
That red goes. And below the pink.
Be
fair to say he's using the corner of the pockets to pot them in. Sometimes when you're left with this sort of open table, puts a little bit of pressure. Shouldn't really miss from here.
29. So
the red makes the frame safe. 54 in front with only 51 available. He needs to pot at least one more red to save Darren Morgan coming back to the table. Doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball here. It's bound to be on black or yellow.
36.
Even the pink is a bonus. Everything's going right for him at the minute. And he's got the perfect angle to drop on the two reds as well. So the frame clearly over. Darren
42.
knows now he has to win the remaining 4 frames, which he's done many times in his illustrious
43.
career. He's going to have to do it one more time.
$45. 46. 53. Michael Holt, 53.
Well, Michael's had
frame.
sizable breaks in every frame he's won. That was another example there. A break of 53 takes him further clear. He's one away from victory. He leads 4-1. Will this be the last frame for Michael Holt as he breaks off? Or will we be enjoying a Morgan comeback?
And red goes. Should be on the black if he gets it. Very good.
What?
That's the confidence level I was speaking about. You're 4-1 down, you don't fancy shots like that.
Well, apart from the first frame where Michael Holt needed about 5 chances to win it, he's played very well indeed. And Barry mentioned earlier in commentary that if you're scoring, it doesn't matter who you play. If you keep making 50 or above, you're going to be a hard man to beat. He's done that in the other frames he's won.
Just about got everything out here so far for this red. Didn't really play the black well. Should have been better on this red. can't recall Michael missing any pots with the rest so far in this match. He's had quite a few. Wouldn't say the difficult ones, but with the rest, Willie, they're all missable.
9.
Yes, I don't know how many he's had, but he hasn't missed because he has 100% success rate at the minute with the rest. He's had 7 pots with the rest in this match and potted the lot. So if he had a
16.
rest World Championship, he'd have a good chance.
17.
That was well played. Put power and stun to spread the reds out. They're all on now. Great chance.
Yes, a lot of players have trouble
24.
sometimes getting over the line, but if you are one of those players, I'm not saying Michael his, but you wouldn't want or wish to have the reds in a better position than this. It's hard to
25.
say how he's not going to get at least 40. Okay, he might not go on to get at least 70, which you'll need, but these are the chances that you would expect to win the frame from this position, but it is the frame to win the match, which makes it a lot more difficult.
$32.
He's looking at the red closest to pink. I don't think he played on that one. He's not certain to get position off it. That looks straightforward. Got a little gap there, you can see, to get on the black. Between those 2 reds on the left there and the one at the edge of the pack.
Yes, he's wondering about running through the red and pink to get on the black, but I mean, if a player of Michael's class can't play the stun in between that gap of 4 inches, you know, it's such a wide gap.
Well, even if he just flicks the one that's close to the pack, he's still beyond the black, so I agree with you there. And that's what was always going to
33.
happen there. He's going to kiss the pink, just a matter of where the cue ball stopped, and he stopped bad. Not sure about that one, Billy.
Well, it's
Michael
just
Holt,
hard to
33.
even conceive what Michael was thinking. And we mentioned just a few moments ago that some players struggle to get over the winning line, and I can only presume that he was looking for something that wasn't there then. He was trying to be absolutely dead on every ball he played. Now, luckily for him, he's got the red spread far and wide, and wherever Darren Morgan hits a red here, he'll do very well not to leave a pot on. So it may not be costly. Well, Darren had to take a risk. He was trying to catch that half ball. Unfortunately for him, he called it 4 ball, and that could be his last shot in the Grand Prix 2005.
He's starting to shuffle a bit, young Michael. He's missed one good chance, and I think this is an important visit for him. He's really needs to get this match done with here. As a matter of fact, this is a much easier chance than the previous one, because now the reds are wide open, black's available, pink's open.
$6. $7. 14.
Usually very, very proficient at the screw back. He's got choice of reds he can play here. Times his shot very well normally. He's very, very good at that shot. You know, when he's playing into an area, he very rarely
22.
doesn't get into that area. That's the shot where if you underhit it, it's in the one in the middle. If you overhit it, it's on this one. So that was good, a good break building shot, that one. Frame and match now.
23.
There for the taking.
$28. $29.
It looks like a really, really bad result for Darren, but in fairness, he knows he's had enough chances in this match to make it a lot closer. The first frame, he had every chance to win. The previous frame to this, he's had
35.
2 half chances. So we could be looking at a scoreline of like 3-2-ish at the moment. But it looks now, for all the money, it's all over. But he'll carry on.
Michael Holt,
But
35.
barring snookers, it will be Michael Holt who goes through to the last 16. A 5-1 victor. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this red disappears, that Darren doesn't offer his hand in congratulation to Michael.
One.
He has looked up at Michael. I don't know whether he's going to suggest the handshake now, but being the true gentleman, Darren, is giving Michael the opportunity just to finish the match. I'd always offered my hand, in fairness, because I'm sure the opponent is delighted he's won anyway, so
8.
I wouldn't do it if the man could make a century, but in a
9.
situation where he can't make a century break, let's get out of the place.
16.
It's been
17.
nearly very good, this performance from Michael Holt. He still plays a lot too many careless shots for me, but
Michael
he's played
Holt,
well enough in this
17,
match to
frame of the
win,
match,
and Darren
Michael
Morgan,
Holt.
the true gentleman, smiles and shakes his hand, and Michael Holt, with a numerous amount of breaks over 50, takes the match and goes into the next round, a 5-1 winner.
Yeah, I played okay, to be fair. I've scored when I got in. When I got my chance, I think I made at least 40 every time, really. He missed a couple of long ones, but I think I froze him out. I had a bit of luck as well sometimes. Not flukes, but, you know, things went my way sometimes, so I took advantage. I came here last year and lost to Neil Robertson, who'd won a few matches in the qualifiers. It was my first game of the season. And it did tell. I missed a couple of balls just through not match sharp. So, yeah, it does. I'm sure it happens every year, don't it? But I don't know. I don't really look or study. I just basically turn up, get my cue out and try my best. And if it don't work, I go home. So, really.